Etsy. You've always probably wondered, what does it stand for? And I can tell you, it stands for enjoying the sales yearly. That's what most people could say it comes up with something else or whatever, but that's what I truly feel at this point in time. I'm really enjoying the platform. I'm loving the vibe of their revenue streams to my reselling business. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys 14 items that I had sold on Etsy for a total profit, a net profit of $420 with an average ROI of about 1,800%. So let's jump into today's video. First item I want to show you guys is, it's just a basic game, right? Look at this thing, Baseball 3, right? Handheld electronic game. We paid $1 for this at a garage sale, and it did take some time, 29 days. We got a profit of $14.20. At the end of the day, 1,420%. Amazing stuff, guys. When I'm talking about Etsy here, I get so excited because I don't see a lot of people talking about out there in the reselling field, and I just think it's overlooked. And this is the whole purpose of today's video is not only to show you that obviously I took $14 into $420 over time. As you can see, these weren't all sales that happened immediately. Like most platforms, things do take time. You got to develop them. You got to list products on there. You got to pay attention to them, right? No different than having a baby, right? When you have a baby, you got to pay attention. You got to nurture them. You got to, you got to see what's going on every day. So, I'm just a big believer in these platforms, guys, and whether it's Etsy or Amazon or eBay or Mercari. And I just wanted to share this video with you guys today of some items I sold. So let's jump to the next one here. Next one is this is a cool item. It was a Camel Light Joe Cool. Remember Joe Cool? You can't even make Joe Cool anymore. Pool table billiards man cave ashtray. Now I had this for 2 months, and like I said, all those items I showed you here are all garage sale finds. Paid $1 for this. We ended up turning around, sold it for about 20 shipped. Got $12.34 in profit with an ROI of 1,234. Just these smalls you're going to see in this videos, guys. It's just a lot of smalls, but they add up over time. And you got to understand, when you're at the garage sale scene and you're looking around, everybody's always looking for the Amazon thing or the eBay thing, and I'm looking for anything I can make a profit from. So you're going to start to see a lot of these things that I picked up in this video that were under a couple bucks, and I turned it into something. I turned it into money. Let's be honest. Turned into some cash. Isn't that what reselling is all about? Turning money and flipping money. And anyway, here's another one, guys. This one took me 4 months to sell, and I'm not a glass person. I never claimed to be some glass expert. I honestly don't know much from it, other than some depression glass books I read, and just some basic stuff on glass. But honestly, I like to really stay clear of glass. That's just me. I know a lot of people can go out there and destroy it and crush it, kill it with glass. It's just not my business, right? But I popped in this one. I paid $1 for this, atomic carnival glass candy dish. Some people could say it's an ashtray or whatever it may be. I don't know. I just came up with the title, right? Ruby red orange atomic, candy dish. That's what it was. It was cool. It was awesome. It had some fire, some flame to it. Looked neat. Took 4 months to sell. We did sell for $40 shipped though. Paid $1. Got profit of $32.34 for an ROI of 32.34. So pretty amazing there. This got me, actually, when I sold this item, I got really stoked up, and I was like, man, maybe this is something I'm overlooking with glass. I'm really particular now with what I pick up with the glassware, and I really like this price point of $40. It did go priority mail, but after really taking care of packaging it and prepping it up, I think in the time times moving on here, I'll look for stuff like this, the stuff I think I can get $40 for, because it was well worth my time. There's no doubt about it, and I felt comfortable with it. I packaged it correctly. The buyer got it, and they were really happy, and they left great feedback. So I might be getting more into glass, even though that's really not my business. But if I see cool pieces like this, I'm gonna pick them up. Next item here was, Creature Castle game, guys. I came across a stellar garage sale some months back, and everything there was vintage. I showed up about 11 o'clock because I was on the other side of town, and I show up at this place, and everything there was just amazing. And a lot of the stuff I'm showing in this video is actually where I got it from, was this garage sale where it was almost kind of a free for all, and I couldn't believe that nobody else was grabbing this stuff. It was just like they don't make stuff like this anymore. But this was a 1975 Whitman Creature Castle vintage board game. Very desirable, no doubt about it. People are looking this stuff up. They're looking for it. They're searching for it, and the demand is high. That's why you don't find too many of them. I priced it on 70. I priced it for $70, and I got it. It took me 13 days to sell it. I literally paid $1 for it. Profit of $58.55 for a ROI of $5,885. You know, it's just I can't say enough about board games. I love them. They're kind of like books, but in terms of some of these board games, they go for huge dollar amounts and they sell quick. But with stuff like this, just do a little research and figure out if you get all the pieces. Make sure there's no mold on any of this stuff. Make sure, just describe what you got. And you could part stuff out like this. I mean, I've parted out many vintage board games and made a killing, just off parts. From $30, I've sold like 8 parts from just a 70s or 80s board game that obviously is not mass produced. You can't find the parts for, but there's a market for everything, guys. And obviously Etsy showed me here that Creature Castle sells in 13 days. All right, this was neat. Such a high demand for this. I've been selling a lot of these guys. He-Man Master of the Universe, for you guys that we're in the 70s and 80s like myself. I play with these toys obviously. And I was at a garage sale, and there was just a box full of them, and there was Gray Skull and all the vehicles, and I'm just like, how much? I don't know. It was nothing. I mean, I literally paid $2. I paid $1 a figure. That's really what I paid, and they didn't really know what they had, other than they said, "Oh, my kids used to play with that." So I paid $2. Took 29 days to sell. Got profit of $29.41, and ROI of $1,471. So I'm not going to complain about that, but the prices, obviously, of He-Man and Skeletor and just everything like this stuff is really going up in value. There's no doubt about it. Just over time. I mean, I'm in the niche of selling vintage toys and stuff like that, and they're really moving up. And with Etsy, I love Etsy because when I priced these items, these specific 2 action figures, they were 30% higher than majority of the people selling them on eBay. And it did take some time. I mean, 29 days is 29 days. There's no denying that. But we got the money for it, and the buyer got it. Obviously, they're like, "Oh my God, you got any more?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got more." And so, obviously, when you're messing with action figures, you want to look them up. There's a lot of great websites and databases out there to look up action figures. Loose action figures like this pretty much means it's loose. This is what it is. And when you can complete them, you can have all the original weapons. Obviously, they go for more, but I was pretty stoked at this sale here, guys. I mean, just somebody coming around, going to my Etsy store and going, "Hey, oh my God, there's He-Man and Skeletor on a Friday night. Let's buy them up." This was a cool item. This was now that I dug out of the garage sale again. Just a bunch of this was just a box of mumbo jumbo, and I started rummaging through the box, and I started to realize, oh my God, there's some backstage passes in here. There's some pictures. There's old magazines, and obviously somebody who had all the stuff was an Iron Maiden fan. What we have here is an Iron Maiden World Slavery Tour, 84-85. Local crew backstage concert tour pass. Pretty cool. This stuff like this, again, this item particularly, it was funny because when I picked it up, I knew what this was. I've sold these in the past. And some of these, honestly, like on eBay, they're like $5-6 shipped. So I was pretty stoked to get, the price that we asked for this, and paid $1, got $18.85. Took 9 months to sell. It did take a long time, but got all of these little paper products, these little things you could just kind of throw in a shoe box and set it aside. And it doesn't take up that much space. But ROI was $1,885. I'll take that all day long. And it's subject matter. That's really what it is. Iron Maiden. Anything subject matter, whether it's Barbie, Iron Maiden, Ghost, Goblins, Westerns. It doesn't matter. There's a price point to it all, and don't be afraid to when you're price comparing this stuff. This is why I went to Etsy with this, because I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna go throw this on eBay. People are savvy on eBay, and some of these buyers, and they might do their homework and go, hey, oh well, this guy's trying to sell it for $23, when there's some dude selling for $5. So that's why I love Etsy again. Next time I'm here, guys, I showed this in a video. This was this camping engraved lighter, right? it seemed like it was working pretty good. I'd flick it and it'd freaking light up. But paid $1 for it. Time frame 2 months. Profit $13.24. ROI of $13.24. Any lighters, honestly, I always look at them and see what they are. And this was unique. It was engraved. It had a dolphin engraved on the side. It had this camping scene with. It was weird. It was a camping scene, but it had a dolphin on it. So somebody took some time to engrave it. But it's one of those things, guys. I mean, $20. And I love that, man. I love taking $1.20. There's nothing like it. And then, but when you hear that, I took $1.20. Well, I didn't. I took $13.24, which is still great. This money, that all compounds over the weeks, the days, the months, the years. Here was just a quick pigskin vintage electronic handheld football game. I remember playing this as a kid, actually, and when I saw it, I just knew. These are, in my opinion, the replacements for a lot of the big craze back in the day with the Yahtzees and the handheld games. I'm really having great success selling the vintage games like this, right? They're unique, and obviously, I'm assuming the person that bought it probably had it when they were a kid and they wanted it again. Maybe they wanted to show it to their kid. Maybe they wanted to play with it on the airplane. I don't know, but we sold it for $25. Paid $1 for it. Took 24 days. $18.75. ROI of $18.75. These ROIs, I love it, guys. This one I showed you guys in another video as well, and I want to throw in here today because this is stuff that I think anybody can really find. I mean, I'm in Arizona here, and especially in this area, I don't think it's really been developed over 40 years. So there's not that much, true history in terms of picking stuff. I mean, there's Southwest stuff for sure, but obviously this stuff came from somebody that maybe came from Minnesota, the Midwest, or Canada. They came out here to retire, and I just saw it at the garage sale. Actually, it was funny. I didn't even see it at the garage sale. What happened was, I was buying something, and the guy goes, I actually bought a mic off the guy, and the guy goes, "Oh, you like mics?" I said, "Oh yeah, I love mics, microphones. I love anything like that's cool." And he goes, "Oh, you get it? Take a look at this." He whipped it out. I knew right off the bat it was a Shure, and he had no idea it was Shure. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's the S microphone," I think he was calling it. And I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" "Oh, I gotta ask good money for it." I said, "Well, what's good money?" And he's like, "Well, how about $20?" I said, "Fair, done, deal. All right, here you go." So we paid $20 for it. Took 8 days to sell. Profit of $127.40. ROI 637%. But yeah, you took 20 and 127.40. Can't complain. I probably could have gotten more for this microphone, no doubt. There's different models to these. This was a 55B, and based on the history of this was the people like to call this the Elvis mic. That's what he used, and he was rocking on stage. Jamming out back in the day. But you look them up. They're in high demand. So if you ever see these, I'd pay $60 if I found another one. I have no problem paying good money for these because they do sell, and every Shure microphone I've ever picked up sells. This was a cool item. This was I got really lucky. If you guys follow me on Periscope, some time ago, I made a video about this. Like, oh my God, this Barbie score, and I'm still reaping the benefits of it today, and just knowing what you're looking at. And here was a 1975 Mattel Growing Up Skipper ginger fashion outfit, new in the package. There was obviously there were some issues with the card. And as you can see from the top left corner and the bottom right corner there was some wear. Looks like I don't know what was going on with it, but it was all brand new as mint. And so we just threw it out there. 4 days, just boom, gone. And maybe I felt like I priced it too cheap, but I did my research on eBay. I looked everything up, and I said, okay, $40 seems fair, and it sold. So we got $30.55 in profit, 1,520% ROI. Amazing stuff. And I got a boatload of Barbie stuff. I'm still dumping off this score. So here's another item from the same garage sale. This was a strawberry shortcake, guys. Who doesn't remember strawberry shortcake? I grew up in that era, and I'll be honest, I did have a couple of strawberry shortcakes. I mean, I also had a Cabbage Patch Kid, so no shame in my game. But to come over here, I saw this. I'm like, oh my God, it's mint. It's in. She never took it out of the package. 1981 blueberry muffin. I'm like, this is, and I was disappointed when I looked it up. I'll be honest, I was very disappointed. I was just kind of like, what's going on here? It's not every day you're going to find something like this mint, but that's just how the market goes with some of this stuff. I guess I could have priced it really high and waited for what I thought the market data was going to be, but at the end of the day, this is what it was. It was it was this dollar amount, so it was $50, and I paid $2 for it. 24 days, $35.40 is the profit on that, and 1,770% ROI. Just kind of talk about too. I've got right now from the same lady I bought all the stuff from the garage sale. There was I think I've got every strawberry shortcake doll, and they're all complete. They're all actually sealed in glass like jars, so they still smell. You can get the scent off them. It's pretty wild. So I got to mess around with those at one point in time, but pretty neat to see. Here was an item that I always like picking this stuff up, guys, because some people, tarot cards. But you just look at the garage sale, you look at the big, scheme of things, and there's all this stuff, right? People just got stuff laid out everywhere. And what focused me, and as I saw this at the corner of my eye, I saw tarot, and looked over there, and it was vintage 1971, the Rider Tarot reading cards. It was definitely complete. There was some wear on the box, but everything was there. And we ended up selling it for $17. Paid 50 cents for it. Took 9 days to sell. Profit was $11.65. 2,330% ROI. So I was really happy with that. Tarot cards sell fast, guys, especially vintage. Also, too, tarot books. Just you can knock it out of the ballpark. And the last item here, guys, is something I've talked to you guys before about on Etsy. What I sell is these Rush Troll dolls. This was a Frankenstein zombie Halloween black hair toy doll. There's variants to a lot of these type of dolls, but this took a long time to sell. And I will admit I had it priced at the high end. Look at $25. So that probably explains why it took 7 months. But either or, it sold. So we paid $1. We got $18.05 in profit for an ROI of $18.05. So guys, I loved coming on YouTube here and sharing with you guys some items here. These were 14 items that I sold for $420 worth of true profit. And you got to go out there and really just try Amazon or Etsy. You got to go out there and see if Etsy is something that you can put into the mix of what else you're doing. And like the screen says here, some say Etsy is a waste of time, and maybe it is. Time you decide. Is it a waste? If you're going to believe everything everybody says about these platforms, then that's what you're going to do. And if you followed my channel for a long time, you realize that I'm a free-spirited person. I'll talk about what I want. I'm not sugarcoating anything. But Etsy is definitely a platform that I'm going to continue to grow on. I'm loving the platform over there. I'm loving the fees, and I love the vibe over there, right? And I think it's something that every reseller should at least go out and try. And you just can't give up on things. If you think, okay, God, I listed a couple things. It's been a week. I haven't sold anything. It's been a month. It's been 2 months. You've got to make an effort. This is the biggest thing. And what you got to do is just find out what works for you. Maybe with your business or what you have going on right now, Etsy doesn't fit because you have no vintage items. But for people like me, Etsy's working, and I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the results. Like I said, I love the vibe over there. I love what's going on, and I love the sales every week. So, keep that in mind, guys. You got to go out there and just try different things from time to time. And if you hear people saying, "Hey, it's a waste of time," maybe they're a waste of time. Because I'm not gonna spend my time like I just did making this video to tell you, "Hey, Etsy works for me." When if it didn't work, why would I make the video, right? So, at least if you're listening to this video right now and you're saying to yourself, "Man, I've never tried Etsy," go try it out, right? And come back and tell me, right? Go in the Resellers Roundtable group. Post a comment on YouTube here on my channel. Hey, Mike, I listened to you and it worked. I've had some success with it. And for you guys that have been out there for a while and, you've heard me yap for the past 5 years on YouTube here about reselling. If it's working for you, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear a comment from you guys that say, hey, man, yeah, Mike, Etsy works. Because that's super cool. Hey, by the way, guys, at the end of the day, right, there's a Facebook group, Resellers Roundtable. You can check it out. A lot of cool stuff over there. We've just hit 8,000 members, so we're really excited about that. Also, too, guys, you can check out my website, pig4profit.com. Obviously, there's some paid information over there, but it's a free. There's a blogs. There's a big lots of information around over there, guys, and all different chapters of life. But if you want to follow up and be notified of when I post new stuff, you can go over there and just hit subscribe. It'll be on the right hand side of the screen. Just go to pigforprofit.com, subscribe. It'll be on the email list there, and you can see the updates, because there's stuff that I do on there that I don't share on Facebook. I don't share on YouTube. And as time moves on, I'll probably just I'll be doing more on my website. So anyways, guys, I know this video has been very lengthy. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there, and I really wanted to share this stuff with you guys to motivate you to say, hey, you know what, garage sales is there's good money. There's good money in Etsy. So just go out there and try it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you do appreciate this, you do like this video, hit the like button. That'll show me, hey, man, Mike, yeah, I got to make more of these, right? So really appreciate it, guys. So next time I'm out. Peace.